Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of the 2023 Kia Telluride. The Kia Telluride has been a very popular three-row SUV for the last couple of years now, and this one is no different. For 2023, it did get a vast refresh, as you can see here, not just front to back, but also on the inside as well, as we'll discuss. You'll also get two 12.3-inch displays, which when you put them together, you get this kind of curved OLED setup, which is very nice. You do get 18-inch wheels on this particular one here, and this one that we're looking at today was an all-new trim level for 2023 as well. This one here is the SX Prestige X Pro. SX being the sport-oriented trim, Prestige means you do get a couple of upgraded features from an SX trim. X Pro means that this is capable of going off-road. Now, towing capacity for this vehicle also comes in at around 5,500 pounds. With that being said, a huge thank you to Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see, the Telluride was one of the first vehicles from Kia to get this new key fob, and it's kind of in the shape of a detonator, which looks pretty cool. You have your buttons here on this side, as well as on this side. This side here is going to house your lock, unlock, your trunk release, and your panic button. And this side's going to be for your remote start. To remote start the vehicle, just make sure the vehicle's locked. And click and hold down the remote start function. And the engine will start right up. And after a few minutes, you can go ahead and do it again. And it'll shut itself off from there. Starting off in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, we're taking a look at Kia's Tiger Nose grille, and on this one here, it does look really, really nice. You have your Kia badge right front and center, followed by a front-facing camera. You also have your front parking sensors on this one as well. You do have LED daytime running lights with LED projector headlamps, and you do have fog lamps right down there below. Checking out the wheels and tires on this one, we were taking a look at a set of Continental Terrain Contact ATs on 18-inch wheels. This one here measures 245, 60 R18s all the way around. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and coming up to the door handle, there's a touch sensor inside. Put your hand in and the vehicle will unlock, allowing you to jump on inside. And then to lock it, just close it, tap this button here, the vehicle will lock, and the mirrors will fold in. The exterior color of this one is finished off in gravity gray, with a terracotta leather interior. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some hard touch material on top. However, you do have some softer material down here. And the terracotta in the door panel just looks really nice, and it does add a nice contrast to it. You have an aluminum door handle, two-person memory seating, your power mirror controls, power locks, your power windows, and your child window lock right here. You do have your Harman Kardon speaker right here in the panel here as well, which is very cool. You have a little storage area down here, followed by an area for a small cup holder. To start, just make sure you have the key fob in your pocket or in the vehicle itself. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Kia Telluride does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house your telephone controls for your Bluetooth, your hands-free voice, different modes, favorites button. You have some seat, track, and volume controls over here. To the right, you're going to have your pages. You're going to have your cruise control settings here. You're going to have your forward collision warning, lane departure warning, as well as this button here, which is going to be directing to your vehicle settings. Now, as we take a look at up here, we're taking a look at two main gauges here on one of the 12.3-inch displays. To the left, you're going to have your speedometer as well as your fuel range. To the right, you're going to have your tachometer as well as your coolant temperature. Right in the middle is going to be your driver information center, which displays quite a bit of things here, which includes your gear selector, your speed limiter, a picture of the vehicle, which is going to be in correspondence to that forward collision warning system. You're going to have your fuel range to empty, the exterior temperature, the fuel economy, as you can see right there in the middle, your average fuel economy, the drive mode that you're in, as well as this vehicle's current odometer reading. Now, as you can see here, we can cycle through a couple different things here on this middle screen by pushing this button here on the steering wheel, which of course will then show us our accumulated info for when this vehicle last got filled up at the gas station, and when it was last filled up, and all that information, as you can see there. Timer, current speed, drive info, and since it was last refueled. Coming over here, you have your compass, followed by information, in this case here regarding your four-wheel drive system, as well as your tire pressure monitoring system. Come over here, we're taking a look at another 12.3-inch display, and this is probably one of the coolest things about Kias and Hyundais, is that, you know, their tech is right up there with the rest of the competition, or in some cases a bit better than the competition. This is a lot better than the competition, and like I said, you do have that kind of curved display that comes from this side all the way to this side, which is very cool. Now, as you can see, this is where you'll be spending most of your time, and it is a touchscreen, of course. So what we're taking a look at here is basically your home page here with the date, the time, and of course what's playing on the radio or any media. And as you can see, the media is currently off. We're going to slide in over here. This is going to be a little home page here where we can change different things, make adjustments, go over any sort of things like that. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead here and start off with, you know, just some things here. You're going to have your map, navigation, menu, phone projection, voice memo, climate, valet mode, passenger talk, quiet mode, rear climate, HD radio data, as well as your setup. So with that said, most of these are going to deal specifically with the vehicle. Setup is going to be its own thing, which is what we'll go through here in a little bit. So starting off here with your map, as you can see, it's going to show your navigation system, and as you can see, it looks really nice. You're going to have your icons over here as well, which includes home, your voice activation there, zoom controls here, your compass. You can search for destinations here, and of course you have your navigation menu on that side. Pretty cool stuff. Let's say I want to go to our navigation menu. That's going to give us our things such as search, nearby point of interests, previous destinations, saved places, Kia dealerships, route overview, cancel route, and all that stuff pertaining to your navigation, as well as traffic. You also have your home address you can save, work address, and any other favorite destinations that you go to from time to time. Let's say we want to go to our climate control. You can see what's going on there, as you can tell. You can adjust the temperature. It's going to show you the exterior temperature outside. And you have your fan positioning, fan speed, and all that down here as well. And of course, you do have your climate settings over here on the right. So as you can see, you can enable, disable your automatic dehumidify, as well as your auto defog. And of course, you can control your rear climate from the front as well. Coming down to your, let's say we want to go to our rear climate. You can adjust the rear climate as well, and as you can see, everything is turned off. Valet mode here is basically you're going to have to enter a PIN in. It's going to lock out certain functions of the vehicle. You have to put it in again to unlock and disable that feature. Passenger talk is basically going to allow you to connect with, or not connect, but to talk to your rear seat passengers, especially if, you know, let's say an argument or something does come up. You can talk to them, obviously. That's what that is for. Quiet mode is going to quiet everything that you might be using, you know, whether it's the audio or the air conditioning. Basically, if you have young kids and you want quiet time, you know, especially if they're going to be taking a little nap in the car, if you're going to be traveling on a road trip or something like that, and you want that peace and quiet, that's exactly what quiet mode is for. With that being said, phone projection is going to allow you to connect your phone to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. You also do have your setup here, which brings us to our next set of submenus, which, as you can see here, you have vehicle setup, navigation setup, sound, device connections, user profile, voice recognition, screen layout, display, button, data network, and general settings. Going to vehicle settings here, you have driver assistance, which is going to show you your different pinpoints of driving assistance, as you can see. You have different drive modes, your head-up display, your cluster. It's going to allow you to adjust certain things with the cluster itself. Coming down to climate, you have automatic ventilation, defog and defrost options, climate features, as well as warmer slash ventilation features. You have settings for the seats, lights, door, digital key, and of course your convenience features. Come over to your navigation. You have display, guidance, alerts, maps, navigation auto features. And as you can see, you can adjust for each portion. Pretty cool. Let's say we want to go next to our screen layout. You can select from a cluster theme. You can select your screensaver here, which as you can tell, you can have the analog clock, digital clock, or nothing. And then you can do a split screen, which includes things such as all these different things that you have already set up in here. So you have map is already on, radio and media is already on. You can add weather, passenger talk, calendar, and other things such as your compass and clock. And then we go to our general settings over here. That's going to be things such as your software info and updates, system information, date and time, language, your keyboard, units of measurement, media options, as well as reset. And last but not least, we'll go to sound. So sound, of course, is going to allow you to adjust different things here with the sound quality. Like I said, you do have the Harman Kardon sound system in the vehicle, so you can adjust your premium sound. You can adjust your position as far as your balance and fader. Your tone, which of course includes your bass, mid-range, treble, as well as your center down here. Guidance is going to be guidance volumes, navigation alerts, and stuff of that nature. Radio noise is going to deal with original sound, which allows full signal without reducing background noise. Minimum noise reduction balances original sound with some reduced background noise. Maximum noise reduction, maximum reduction of background noise. Driver assistance, as you can see, it'll give you warnings, audible warnings, as well as driving safety priority and parking safety priority, as well as any connected devices, whether you have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. And as we come over here, that pretty much wraps it up for that. And then over here, you're going to have radio, media, Kia Connect, notifications, and the owner's manual. So we're going to turn down the radio. Let's go to our radio. It's going to show what's playing right here. You have your sources over here, as well as your preset stations. You have AM, FM, and Sirius XM radio in this vehicle. You have your Seek track right here. You have HD radio in here as well. You also have navigation on this side, so it's kind of a split setup in here, which is very cool looking. And so with that being said, it is pretty cool to check out. Media, of course, is going to allow you to connect to Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, FM radio, AM radio, as well as the Sounds of Nature feature, which we'll just check that out real quick. That, of course, is going to allow you to select from different themes here, depending on the mood, and it's pretty cool to see. So you can choose from things such as Lively Forest, City at Dawn, On a Sailing Ship, Experience the Universe. Let's try that for a second. I mean, that's just interstellar and really, really cool. And it does sound pretty good, too. You also have these you could select from: Moments of Meditation, Harbingers of Spring, Summer Night's Rest, and all that stuff. So this is really cool stuff to see, and I wish, you know, some of the higher end brands would actually do this. But it's cool to see that both Kia and Hyundai have this feature in their vehicles. But with that being said, guys, that is going to do it here for that, and we're going to go ahead and go back to our standard audio, so that way we can continue the tour. And so with that said, guys, that wraps it up here for the infotainment system portion of the tour in the 2023 Kia Telluride. Come below that, you're going to have your volume knob and tuning knob. You're going to have your physical controls here. You have map, navigation, radio, media, your hazard light button here, seat track, favorites, as well as setup. Below that, you're going to have your climate control settings. You're going to have, of course, heated steering wheel function here, dual zone climate controls. All your climate control function going to be right below that, which includes fan speed, positioning, AC, recycling, front defrost. You can turn the air off. And then right on both these sides here, you're going to have your heated as well as ventilated seats, both of which are 3-stage setup, as you can see on this side as well as on that side. Column below that, you do have a wireless charging pad here. You have a 12-volt outlet. You have a USB port. You do have the key charger indicator, letting you know that the device is actually being charged within that little portion here. And then you have a USB-C port right next to that. You do have an 8-speed automatic transmission. And when you put it into reverse, you do get a nice backup camera with guidance lines. And they do adjust as you turn the wheel. The SX Prestige X Pro does come standard also with a 360 camera standard. You can also see what's going on from around the vehicle, which is very nice, as you can see there. Pretty cool technology. And then you have your settings up here for your camera. So pretty cool to see that kind of technology in a full-size 3-row SUV. With that said, moving along here, you do have your 2 cup holders, a little storage area here. You do have your different drive modes here. The electronic parking brake. You do have your auto stop start function here. You can turn it on or off. Auto hold, camera, as well as your parking sensors. So as you can see, you have different drive modes that you can select from, which brings us up to the screen here. So you do have your Smart, Sport, Comfort, Eco, and Snow. Come over here, checking out a glove compartment, good amount of storage space inside, with a USB-C port inside of it, and a little small storage cubby on top of that as well. The SX Prestige is going to be a really nice place to spend time. You do have these Napa leather seats in here, which are super nice and very comfortable. And I do like the quilted materials coming down the middle, as it does add a bit of a unique personality to the seats. I do like how it says X Pro right here, where you're going to be resting your back. It's going to let you know what trim level you do have. And as you can see, I just like the way that how the seat is presented. And of course, I also am a big fan of the side bolsters here in this one as well. Come over to your glove box. It is dampened, it is lined with felt, and you have a decent amount of storage space inside. You kind of have this full wood trim right here on the dash, which kind of adds a bit of a unique look to it. You do have a frameless mirror, which also doubles as a camera, which is pretty nice. You do have your garage home link here. You do have controls for your overhead lights. You have your Kia Connect here for your roadside assistance, as well as SOS. You do have your controls here for your sunroof, as well as a sunglass holder. You do have a visor here with a mirror, as well as an LED light. And then come over here to the left, you do have your gauge number switches, tow button, hill descent control, as well as to open up the trunk. And so with that being said, guys, so far the Kia Telluride has been pretty fun to check out, and I'm glad with some of the upgrades that they've made here in 23 that they're continuing also into 25. So with that being said, let's go ahead here and check out the rest of the 2023 Kia Telluride. Coming into the back of the Kia Telluride, as you can see, this is the second row of the vehicle, and keep in mind this is a 3-row SUV, so materials do fall through into the second row, which was very nice. Again, the Napa leather in here looks really good, especially with the quilted portion going down the middle. As you can see back here, we do have 2 seat pockets, one on this side as well as one on that side. You do have your 2 cup holders here. Coming down below that, you do have an outlet underneath, followed by your traditional plug-in right there. You do also have your USB ports right here, as well as right here to plug into your devices. And you have little grocery bag holders right here, as well as right over there. And then this is a captain's chair step, so that way it will allow for easy access to the 3rd row, as you can see. Fuel tank. The Kia Telluride does come with LED taillights in the back, which look really nice. You have your parking sensors, Telluride spelled out across, as well as a Kia badge. It does have an automatic liftgate. Now, checking out cargo space inside of here, initially with the 3rd row up, you actually have a decent amount of room in here. You're looking at just around 21 cubic feet of cargo space, which is not too bad, and it's overall pretty nice for what you're getting yourself into. Now, Let's say you want to fold these seats down, you just use these little straps here on both sides, and the seats will fold down flat. And when you do that, cargo space will go up to around 47 cubic feet of space. And if you want to, you can fold down the second row by using those little tabs on that side, as well as on that side, and cargo space will go from around 47 to around 87 cubic feet of space, making this one of the larger offerings, right up there with vehicles such as a Honda Pilot, for example, when it comes down to the competition. But overall, cargo space in here is quite plentiful. Underneath here, we even have some more storage space, and underneath that will be your spare tire. You also have your chrome bumper protector back here as well. And when you're done, just tap this button, and it will close down automatically. You do have body colored mirrors with LED turn signals on them. Under the hood of the Kia Telluride, we're taking a look at a 3.8 liter dual overhead cam V6. It produces 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be made to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and this one is all-wheel drive. All right, everyone, so sitting back in the Kia Telluride SX Prestige X Pro, it is a lot of fun in this vehicle. I really like the changes that Kia adapted this vehicle to in 2023, because in 2025, you're basically getting the same thing. One of the things that I really enjoy about Kias, and especially with Hyundais, is that they're always up to date with their tech. Their technology is really good. Their overall quality is gotten better. And the Telluride, continues to prove that it's a very popular SUV. I remember, probably I think 2020 or 2021, when these first went on sale, these were everywhere. These were very popular. And they still are, because if you're looking through a 3-row family SUV that gets decent gas mileage, that gets good power, that gets great tech, and also gets you the peace of mind with a great warranty, where else better to look than a Kia Telluride? Now, with that being said, you have many different flavors to choose from and everything else in between, but overall, the Kia Telluride is still a great SUV to consider. But with that being said, guys, if you're interested in the Kia Telluride SX Prestige X Pro, please make Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi know that you saw this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.